Hello, Kimber here from Moksha Yoga and Wellness. So excited to practice with you today. Just a short little yoga flow with a little bit of hip opening. We'll start in a standing position, Tadasana, mountain pose, and really focus on our alignment here. So feet are about hip distance apart. Spread the toes before you press them into the mat. And then make sure that your weight is distributed evenly between the front of your foot and the back of your foot, so you're not pushing forward or back. You're right centered in the middle. Your knees are not locked out. There's a tiny micro bend. And the top of your thigh bone goes back. So it's not quite the same as just, rotating your pelvis and sticking your butt out. It's just pushing those thigh bones back. Slight engagement in the belly, so pulling the belly button in and up. You can also engage the quads. Think about lifting the kneecaps up the body. If your ribs flare forward, tucking them in. Shoulders come down the back. Neck is long, reaching through the crown of the head. Here is your mountain pose. Beautiful. So any of these alignment cues can be applied to almost every yoga pose. And you can think of this as home, as your alignment kind of neutral place. Let's begin to move. So come to the front of your mat if you're not there already. Inhale, arms come out and up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward. Interlace the fingers behind the back. Let the shoulders release as you reach those hands up and back behind you. Release the hands to the mat or to the shins. Inhale, halfway lift, long straight spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press the feet into the mat to help you come all the way to stand. Arms come out and up with you. Exhale, down through heart center. Inhale, arms out and up. Maybe your gaze lifts as well. Exhale, hinge with a flat back. Coming into that forward fold. Option to interlace your fingers the opposite way of what you just did, the way that'll feel weird. And find that forward fold once again. Releasing the hands down to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press into the mat, come all the way to stand. Arms come up and up. Exhale, hands come down through heart center. Let's do some standing twists. So inhale, arms come out. Exhale, twist to one side. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist to the other side. Thinking too about engaging the space between the shoulder blades here to help support the weight of the arms. So it's not just coming from your deltoid, the top of your shoulder, but your back is engaged as well. Following your own breath. Squeezing the shoulder blades together and down the back. And keeping the weight evenly distributed in your feet. Do one more each side. Turn your back muscles back on if you've forgotten them. Release the hands. Take a big step back with your left foot, coming into high lunge. Arms come up by the ears. Relax the shoulders down. Square the hips to the front of the mat. Couple breaths here. Feel supported through your feet, root to rise. Your spine is still long and straight. And we're gonna turn the left toes out so they're parallel with the short side of the mat. Your right forearm is gonna come down to the right knee. Left arm comes up and over, extended side angle. So still not letting your shoulder come up and out, but relax it down the back, putting it back into place. If your ribs flare like mine, tucking them in. Still feeling nice and rooted through your feet. And breathing. Last breath here. Inhale, come up, strong core. Turn the right toes to face the long side of your mat. Star pose, just because it makes us feel awesome. You are allowed to take up space. Breathe here. From star pose, turn your left toes out to face the back side of your mat. And then you're gonna rotate up onto the toes of your right foot, square your hips to the back of the mat, bend that front knee, high lunge on this side. Still finding that breath. Then turning those right toes back out so they're parallel with the back side of the mat. Left elbow coming to left knee. Right arm up and over, but relaxing that shoulder down. Extended side angle on this side. Reconnecting with your breath if you've lost it. Last breath here. Pressing into the feet, strong core to lift you up. Turn the toes to face the long side of the mat. Take that star pose once again, just because it was so much fun. Maybe slightly raise the corners of your mouth towards your eyeballs. Release the arms, heel toe the feet back together. Come to stand at the front of your mat. Inhale, arms come out and up. Exhale, fold forward to the flat back. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, step back to plank. Take a couple breaths here in plank, pressing the mat away. So we're not just falling into our shoulders, we're inflating that space between our shoulder blades. If you'd like an extra challenge, you can practice coming down to one forearm, then the other, up, up, down, down, up, up. Really good for the shoulders and triceps. Last breath here. Your next exhale, knees come down, lower the chin and chest. Keeping the hands under the shoulders as you inhale. Slight cobra back bend. Exhale, bring it all back down. Let's involve the arms this time. Inhale, cobra, hands lift. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Engaging the upper back. Squeezing those shoulder blades. Exhale, down. Two more. Inhale, lift. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Exhale, lower. Last one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Make a pillow with your hands for your chin, or turn one cheek to the side. Take a breath. Hands come under the shoulders. Press back up to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg up and back behind you. Exhale, bring that foot forward to the space between the hands. Drop the left knee. Heel toe your right foot out towards the outside of your mat. Stay here for lizard, or there are lots of variations. Maybe gently pressing into the right knee with your right hand. Maybe you roll to the outside of that right foot. Maybe you come down onto one forearm or both forearms. Any variation where you need to meet your body today is totally okay. All we're going for here is a little bit of gentle opening in the hips. Remembering your breath, even in a posture that your body might view as stressful, it's even more important. Last breath here. Come back onto your hands if you're not there already. Bring the right knee back to meet the left. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, down dog. Inhale, left leg comes up and back behind you. Exhale, bring it forward, drop that back knee. Heel toe the left foot towards the outside of your mat. Same thing here, choose your own adventure, maybe gently pressing into the knee, maybe rolling to the outside of that left foot, maybe coming down to one or both forearms on the mat. Remembering your breath wherever you are, being gentle with these hip openers. It's where we store a lot of emotional baggage in our bodies. If you're not already there, pressing back up to your hands slowly. Bring that left knee back to meet the right. Send the hips back. Take just a breath in child's pose. Maybe slightly shift the hips left and right. Then we're going to roll onto our backs, whichever way that looks comfortable for you. Knees bent, feet flat on the mat. Lift the hips for bridge, keeping the knees in line, not letting them splay out. Squeeze the butt, maybe tucking one shoulder then the other underneath, interlacing the fingers down by the tailbone. Pressing the mat away with your feet. See if you can lift the hips a little higher. Keeping the neck long, we don't want to constrict it here. And lowering everything back to the mat. Maybe hugging the knees into the chest, giving yourself a little hug, a little rock side to side. Maybe it would feel nice to take the feet wide. Just windshield wiper the knees side to side. Then taking the arms out in a T, let both knees fall over to the right, keeping those shoulders heavy, really focusing on the twist in the spine. Maybe looking out over the left shoulder if that's comfortable on your neck. If you need more twist, taking a gentle hand to that top knee. Bring the knees back to center. Let them fall over to the left. Shoulders still stay heavy. Maybe gazing out over the right. Just relishing in the detoxification of a twist. It's like wringing out a wet dish rag, getting out all the junk. And as soon as we untwist, we're going to flood the spine with freshly oxygenated blood. When you feel complete on that side, bring the knees up to center. Take any other movements your body's asking for before Shavasana. And then stretch the legs out long on the mat. Hands down by the sides, palms face up. Relaxing any muscles that are still trying to help. Let them kindly know they're allowed to take a break now. The muscles of the face, the jaw, the neck, the shoulders. Relax them all. You have no job now but to just be. Gently coming back into this space, maybe deepening your breath, maybe visualizing the room around you, maybe gently moving the body back awake. As you feel ready, come back up to a comfortable seated position. Option to have the eyes closed. Take a moment to express some gratitude to yourself for showing up today, for making time for your practice. Take a moment to express gratitude for something outside of yourself. A circumstance, a person, the weather, whatever it may be. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. It was an honor to practice with you. Thank you.